Good Friday morning, everybody. Chris Allen with your weather podcast for this January 13th, Friday the 13th. Come on. That's silly. Silly. It's Monday the 13th you need to be afraid of. That's what I've always said. A Monday and the 13th, Friday the 13th, no big deal. Showers out there this morning. The big story, though, much cooler air has taken over. Yesterday, we hit 71 for a high temperature. Not even close to that today, but temperatures are kind of resetting back to where they should be for this time of the year, which is on average about 45. We're calling for 44 today. So, yes, it's cooler, but that's because temperatures have been running all this week, well above average. So, yeah, it's a cool down, but it's actually more of a reset back to where we should be this time of the year. It's not going to last. We're going to warm things right back up as we get into next week, and lots of rain chances coming. As I mentioned, 71 was the official high temperature in Bowling Green yesterday. That happened around 3:30 at the airport. That was not a record. The record is 73, set back in 1916, so we were 2 degrees shy of tying the record. But it was 26 degrees above the average high of 45. 43 was our low. That's 17 degrees warmer than the average of 26. And 1 year ago, we had a high of just 45, but a low of 19 back in 2016. And we did pick up another 35/100ths of an inch of rain at the airport just before midnight. We picked up about another 1/10 of an inch or so this morning. We're at 1.85 now for the month of January. We're ahead by a half inch plus. So as far as precipitation, we are looking good. And there's more to come. 70% chance of showers today, cooler, with a high of only 44. And temperatures look to hold steady tonight. I'm just going to keep it at 44, even though it may fluctuate from 41 to 43 to 45. Temperatures will hold fairly steady tonight, just cloudy. And then for Saturday, we come back with more energy. This front that slid through here yesterday and brought us the cooler temperatures and the rain, it is going to get hung up in the Tennessee Valley. Stay there for the next couple of days into the weekend, but then retreat back to the north as a warm front by Monday. But over the course of the weekend, it stays there in the Tennessee Valley, ripples or disturbances of low pressure right along that front, and that's going to keep showers in the forecast. 60% chance of occasional showers Saturday, a high of 54. Sunday, 40% chance of a shower, otherwise cloudy, 52. But then as that front retreats northward as a warm front on Monday, breezy south winds take over for Martin Luther King Jr. Day, and we soar all the way back to 68. Tuesday, a chance of showers and 70. Wednesday, showers and 64. And then Thursday, when we finally see this entire system get out of here, we'll see some leftover showers and a high of 62, probably turning cooler by a week from today, next Friday. But this same complex system is going to stay in our region all the way through the weekend and next week. The same system. It has nothing to steer it out of the area, so it's just going to stay here, linger, wobble back and forth. And as it does, we'll be warm some of the time, cooler some of the time. But rain looks to be a continual chance through the next 7 days. It's not going to rain the whole time, but it will rain here and there. And when it does, you'll know it. And I think some of the rain could get a little heavy at times, and there's also some concern about maybe some flooding as we get into, say, Tuesday, Wednesday of next week. I think that's when we're going to find some of the heavier rainfall, maybe some thunderstorms out of that as well. No flooding concerns right now, but we've got a lot of rain out there. Now, the issue is just as soon as you go north of the Ohio River or up toward the Wabash River or, say, west of the Mississippi River, all of that is turning to ice. There's ice storm warnings, winter weather advisories, freezing rain advisories from about Dayton, Ohio, up to Indianapolis. Even Cincinnati is under a freezing rain advisory this morning. And then once you go into central Missouri, the Ozarks, St. Louis to, say, Joplin, Springfield, and especially down to Oklahoma City, all of that is an ice storm warning. They're calling for several inches of ice. Of course, that's going to knock out power, knock down trees for a pretty large area over the course of the weekend. So if you're headed that direction, that's where all the really nasty weather is going to be. None of that's coming our way. It is cooler today, cooler tonight, but it's not going to get cool enough for us to see a mix of precipitation here. All of that is going to stay north of the Ohio River and west of the Mississippi River. So we're okay here, staying warm enough to just keep it in the form of rain. Don't forget that tomorrow we will be part of the Medical Center Health and Wellness Expo, 8 a.m. in the morning until noon at the Sloan Convention Center here in Bowling Green. Free admission, lots of health screenings and demonstrations and stuff going on. And per usual, we will be, the First Alert Storm Team will be at the WBKO booth, right back in the center of the convention center. And come back there. We'll have Kroger with us. They're our Midland NOAA Weather Radio partner. And we'll be there with a table full of NOAA weather radios. If you need to purchase one, Kroger will be there. Bring your credit card. I think they do have a card reader. They had one last year. So bring your credit card, but I would also bring a checkbook. If you need to purchase a NOAA weather radio, they'll be able to they don't let us take the money. I'll just put it in my pocket. Well, Shane will. Shane's kind of shifty that way. He'll put money in his pocket. No, he won't. I'm just kidding. But Kroger will take the money, and then we'll program the weather radio for you. So, also, if you have a weather radio that's kind of on the fritz, maybe it's lost its programming, or you want it reprogrammed or retuned, bring it in, and we'll do that for free. Okay? We'll fix it and make sure that it's working, because, as you know, with 70-degree weather and, this time of the year, even though the calendar says January, we know around here that severe weather can happen anytime, and we want you to be ready for that just in case with your weather radio. All right, that'll do it for this edition of the podcast. Thanks for listening, and God bless. Know the weather before it knows you. Have a great weekend. I'll see you live at 5:30 on AM Kentucky, 11 a.m. on midday, streaming live to the WBKO app and WBKO.com. And if you get a chance, join me for my radio show this afternoon, 3 to 7, Classic Hits, Sam 100.7.